Everyone's good. Nicky Clark's back with us. Won't be quite ready in time for the weekend. But other than that, Dean Shields is back and everyone's touched wood in good shape.
Yeah, Jason's just been in as well, and you say the same. It's all about one game at a time. Is that important to you, that you don't want the players to look too far ahead, then they get carried away, and that's the...
Yeah, it can't be. There's no point us looking to a game in 3 or 4 weeks' time perceived as a bigger game and lose the 3 games in between. We've got to just focus on Dumbarton. So we've trained well all week, really good this morning, and our focus has to be on a good performance and getting the right result, hopefully on Saturday.
How pleasing is it for you that all the players seem to have bought into your style and that the high standards that you have here?
Yeah, they're a hungry group. You know, the part of our work, David, myself and the staff here, is to get the right characters on and off the pitch. We spoke much earlier about adding value on and off the pitch, and that's what we mean. Players who come in and buy into that team mentality. It's about unity, it's about a work ethic and a commitment, so delighted with that. They're hungry and they want to push forward.
You're preparing for each game. How much focus do you put on your opponents in comparison to how much you focus on what you're going to do?
We always do the same. We look at our opponent's shape, we look at their perceived strengths, and then everything from that moment on is about us, about how our strengths expose their weaknesses and what we do well, etc. That's how we'll always do it. And it's about us just drip feeding in analysis throughout the course of the week. And it'll be the same again. As I say, some today, some more tomorrow, some before the game Saturday, then move on to the next game after that.
Were you, given you've got a Tuesday game, are you thinking of maybe freshening it up a little bit for the weekend?
Possibly. But again, we're not dropping or weakening or stronger side. It's just using our squad. We have a really good squad. It's lean, it's hungry. So I'll make some changes possibly. But as I say, I've got no hesitation to use anyone in the squad.
Do you have in your mind a first choice team?
No, we have one squad, or one lean squad. So we're not worried about touchwood injuries, or it's about us utilising what we have and making sure the whole squad's fit. I'm always amazed when players don't play for 8-10 weeks. They get their chance and the fans say he didn't look match up. He hasn't played for 8 weeks. Our job is to make sure that all of our squad is ready to play as and when needed, and that's the balancing act we have to try and get right.
Does the concept of then a first pick, does that not exist in your view?
No, not at all.
Even if it's for someone who's, I suppose, maybe it's the captain or someone who's playing every week?
Yeah, if I look around at who would fit in positions, we have to have a squad. So whether it's Kenny Miller or Nicky Clark or Ryan Hardy or Martin Waggle down the middle, whether it's Barry Mackay out wide right or it's Tom Walsh or it's Waggy going wide right, or Nathan Adua, it doesn't matter. That's why we want players who can play in a variety of positions. If we have that, we can afford to run with a lean, hungry squad because we have players who can adapt. If we have players who are set to a position, I think it's less flexibility for you.
The last couple of games you've scored 8 goals, but obviously kept that clean sheet as well. You're pretty pleased, that you're not just getting those goals in, but keeping a clean sheet at the back and doing well defensively.
Yeah, I think it's natural for the media and the fans to look at the goal scoring exploits and talk about the full-back scoring and Waggy, etc., and penalties, but don't forget the back four being really solid and the keeper Wes. When they've been called upon, they've been strong and resilient. So delighted with that side of it as well. Every clean sheet is always a benefit to us. So we'll always look for that as well, that aspect of our game. All our attacks start from the back, all our defending starts from the front. So it'll always be the same.
Mark, everybody expects Rangers to go and win the championship. When do you think you'll be truly judged as a manager of this club?
When we win something, obviously that's important. But I think you're being judged all the time into how you deal with the role here. David, myself, and the staff, how we deal with it, what changes we make, what philosophy we can put into place and build upon. So we have to establish it and develop it. There's many things you're judged on, I'm sure. How you handle this side of things is important in the Rangers' position. But I think we have to obviously win something and move the club forward. The targets are really clear.
Would that be a cup or do you mean the Scottish Premiership?
We've got to win the championship, haven't we? First thing we have to do is win the championship, go back to the top flight, and then we have to mount a strong challenge to go as high as we possibly can. It's not rocket science, that one for us. It's very easy what we have to do. In terms of the targets being very, very clear, we have to make sure the structure's right, the squad's strength is right, the backing's right, and all aspects of the football department are right to mount a serious challenge.
What do you make of Dumbarton then?
Well, it's what's difficult in Scotland in the Championship is a lack of footage sometimes, in terms of quality footage, and that's a big difference for us, and that's something we'd have to look at, I think, going forward to make sure you have more access to better quality footage. But again, they're at home, they're scrapping, they're in a difficult position at the moment. There's no easy games. You have to, the moment you go complacent, we have a problem. So, full respect from us. but we'll go into the game very well prepared and very keen to deliver the right level of performance.
It's not the most glamorous venue in the championship calendar, and it's when the wind blows, I suppose it's one of those where you can potentially have a banana skin. So is this on paper maybe the one that you have to keep them focused in on more than anything else?
I went there in August to watch our under-20s play and turned around and see Walter Smith wearing a coat and a scarf and gloves in August. So I knew there was an issue, and it was cold, by the way. So no, it's another challenge for us. It's a different type of ground. 1 minute you're playing at Ibrox in front of 50,000, or you're playing at Hibs, and this is a different surface. This is a good grass pitch, big pitch, which suits us. But obviously, as you say, it's 3 exposed sides to the ground, and we have to deal with it. And the wind and the conditions and the weather on the day, another challenge for us. So they'll be more used to it. We have to recognise it and respond to it. And if we don't respond to it, we'll get hurt.
Just aside, how far away is Cammy Bell from being involved in your scoring?
He trained this morning. He sometimes has got a niggle that's been bothering him. He's getting some specialist advice on Monday, but he's very close now. He's out working with Jim this morning, which is great to see. It'd be nice to welcome Cammy back.
So hopefully, I mean, would you look once he's fully fit to try and give him game time then? Maybe sometime.
Cammy becomes the same as any member of the squad. There's no differentiation for a goalkeeper. Cammy knows how it works. Right now, Liam Kelly has trained really well. And he's on the bench every single week. And any keeper, any position, you have to fight to get your shirt back. So Wes has been first class. Liam's been excellent as his deputy. Cammy knows what he has to do, and I'm sure he expects that and relishes it.